Is it really this easy? That's what we're going to talk about today. We are going to talk about, is it really this easy? And if it's so easy, why are so many people struggling financially? Why are you struggling financially? Are you maybe just a spender and you don't know any better? Maybe you're sick and tired of hearing about, you know, you need to stop spending, you need to get frugal. Maybe it's something like that. Maybe you're just, out of control. Maybe you can't stop buying things. Maybe that's what keeps you financially strapped all of the time. Maybe you have a spouse that won't work with you. Maybe he or she is the spender. Maybe you don't make enough money. Maybe, you have too many bills and you're living paycheck to paycheck because you just don't make enough. Maybe you just, don't want to try. Maybe you just don't have a schedule. Maybe you don't have a budgeting sheet that shows you what's due and when it's due. Maybe you just don't care. Maybe you just don't care to care. Maybe you're just not understanding how the bank works. Maybe you're so frustrated that you don't want to think about it. Maybe you're just sitting at the kitchen table and you're looking at your pile of bills and you think there's no way out. So why am I even trying? I might as well just go ahead and spend what I want to spend when I want to spend it because I'm going to be broke anyway. So why does it matter? There are all kinds of reasons why we are struggling financially. Your reason is different from what mine was. And I've been through all kinds of different scenarios. I have had the spouse that you could not get him to sit down and look at the finances. And if he did, he got so frustrated and aggravated, and it turned into a fight. And you're like, okay, I'll just have to figure this out on my own. But you can't figure it out on your own because you're married and it takes two of you financially to figure it out. Because if you've got one that's really frugal and you've got one that just spends anytime they feel like it, you're unequally yoked, right? It's like you can't work it out because he's got a credit card. She's got a debit card. The point is there's a fly right in here and it just decides to attack me right when I start talking to you guys. Okay, sorry. Now, I have been in the situation with the spouse. I have no answers for that. I am not an advocate for divorce at all. But there has to be some kind of counseling there because when you've got one spouse that will not work with you financially, then my idea is you have to separate accounts. That's just my idea, not yours. The idea is you have to have, okay, somebody's going to die. I'm back. You have to get some kind of order when you're talking financials. You have to. I feel like that when I work with couples or one spouse, and I hear the problem being I can't get them to work with me, then I feel like it's something deeper. You know, there's something else going on that the couple cannot sit down and have a financial conversation. I know that that's what was happening in my relationship. If you don't track the money, then you don't know where it's going, right? Okay.